presented in partnership with the Football Writers Association. The first recipient of the Lifetime Achievement Award for football writing is a titan in the world of sports journalism. And to present it, please welcome to the stage, from the FWA, Paddy Barclay. Let me tell you more about this individual, shall I? Moving from the Scottish Daily Express to the Observer in 1963, he became one of the voices of sport. His elegant prose, his cutting insight captivated Observer readers for 3 decades and then continued to do so for a further 23 years at the Sunday Times newspaper. He was the first sports writer to win the prestigious Journalism of the Year award and was described as the best sports journalist of our time by someone called Sir Alex Ferguson. Ladies and gentlemen, into the Hall of Fame, Hugh McIlvanney. Now, sadly, Hugh can't be with us this evening. He's in hospital having an operation this week. However, his wife, Caroline, she's here to accept the award on his behalf. Please welcome to the stage, Caroline McIlvanney. Paddy, just one thing. I mean, you know, he's been described as an icon of sports writing, who interviewed, you know, sporting greats in their pomp. Yep. Muhammad Ali,
yes.
Bill Shankly, Sir Matt Busby.
Yep.
What is it about Hugh's writing that made it so special?
Well, you talk about Muhammad Ali. When Hugh first came to prominence, you've got to try and imagine that era. The 1950s and 1960s, there were giants all over the world stage. I mean, people of a magnitude that in this age of hype just doesn't exist. Elvis Presley in the field of music. In politics, John F. Kennedy and the latter day Winston Churchill. In sport, Muhammad Ali and Pelé, perhaps still regarded as the 2 greatest sportsmen of all time. And in this very parish, I suppose football management's contribution to this generation of giants was Sir Matt Busby. And it was Sir Matt's great friend, Hugh McIlvanney, who was journalism's contribution. That's really that is the level that he reached, and that's why when the Football Writers Association was lucky enough to enter into a partnership with this fantastic place and this fantastic institution, the choice of our first journalist to enter the Hall of Fame was quite an easy one.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. Patrick, thank you so much.
Thank you.
For that testimony. Thank you very much. Caroline McIlvanney, thank you so much for joining us. Please put your hands together too for our winner and our latest inductee, Hugh McIlvanney.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's a matter of deep regret to me that the need for some running repairs at the hands of the medical profession is preventing me from being with you tonight. I suppose somebody with vivid memories of using telex to transmit a play-by-play report of the Real Madrid-Eintracht European Cup final of 1960 can hardly complain if the accumulating decades have brought a bit of physical inconvenience. But I am particularly saddened to find myself denied the chance to convey in person the scale of my appreciation of the honour that comes with being inducted into the National Football Museum Hall of Fame. Naturally, there are 2 strands to that appreciation. It is, of course, personally gratifying to know that enough people associated with the Hall of Fame took a favourable, or at least a tolerant view of what I've written about the game over the years. But far more important than any individual induction is the fact that a basis seems to have been created for the establishment of a journalist category in the Hall of Fame. Before television ruled football, there was for generations a constantly fraught but mutually beneficial relationship between the sport and the print media, one that was unquestionably vital to to the development of the professional game in Britain. The influence of newspapers in this, as in other fields, may be shrinking fast, but it's still significant. And in any case, the paper's historical impact on the story of football makes a strong case for recognising in the Hall of Fame the unruly brotherhood of press box scribblers. If I'm seen to be representing them tonight, that makes me very proud. And it's another source of pride that my wonderful wife Caroline is representing me in your gathering. I'm sure she'll enhance it more than I ever could. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope all of you have a marvellous evening, and again, I express heartfelt gratitude for the honour the Hall of Fame has granted me.